Ooh, did I do it right? It's always a waiting game to see if I did it right. What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? We are live here at Level 1 Gaming. Uh, this was a special request from the good old Flameser. He asked, like we said you could on um what's that thing? Twitter. That's the thing. If you wanted if you wanted us to see if you wanted us to cover a show, unfortunately we could not do Nintendo because they put out a tweet that they would prefer that people didn't cover the show, which okay, fair enough. I get. So we didn't do that. So we're going to do it's just me today. Or at least me for now. I don't know if anybody's going to jump in. Uh
What up,
look,
though?
it's my big brother Fame.
I came running home.
You didn't have to come running home.
Oh, has it
Uh
started?
no, not
Yeah,
yet.
I'm gonna leave my sister by herself.
That's okay. You know what? I love you, man.
I'm surprised B ain't in here.
I think he's asleep, to be honest. So there's no
Oh, makes
audio.
sense.
I'm watching the E3 stream, but I'm also seeing if the Bandai Twitch will go live itself. But it should start in like 2-3 minutes here. I don't know what to expect from Bandai. We saw a lot of the stuff announced already, kind of Elden Ring, Scarlet Nexus. Bandai's one of those ones that is always surprising, and I never know what to expect from them.
Yeah, I have no like sort of not like it's a bad thing, but any sort of like real like expectation. I probably should, but I don't.
Yeah, I,
And you're
I
watching it via you on Twitch, yeah? For make
yeah.
sure we're synced up.
I'm waiting to see. I mean, it's like 1 minute away, so I don't think the Bandai Twitch is gonna go live. Otherwise, they would have been live already. But so I'm gonna put it in full screen and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
unmute it when they shut up, and we'll do this. Thanks for requesting this, Flameser.
Flames of Hoots article went up today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you used the E3 Twitch. Okay.
Yeah, because Twitch Gaming isn't live and Bandai's not live. All
For
right,
our next presenter. And here
here we
is the
go.
2021 E3 presentation.
Let me
Please
know audio and
welcome
all that, as
present
always.
House of Ashes.
House of Ashes. I haven't heard of this. What are you expecting, Flameser? Oh, E3 exclusive. I'm expecting to see a lot of anime games.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh no. What we don't do is kick off with a horror game that I'm terrified of. What's up, Crow? How you doing?
An ancient horror,
That was a
the
statue of
rodent breaks
Pazuzu.
slumber and is hungry for blood. Shall we see how many have fallen into shadow?
Satellite sweeps of the war zone have uncovered what appears to be an underground storage facility. But I strongly suspect it's where chemical weapons are hidden, so we need to move fast.
I've never played any of the Dark
Descend into
Anthology
the
games, so I
unknown
have no idea
alone
what's
is
going on.
Me,
extremely brave.
I want to. I
Or
need to.
extremely foolish.
Yeah.
Brothers in arms, or will it be a case of each man for himself?
Uh oh. Somebody's in here.
You
Oh yeah.
teeter on the edge of an
Trevor.
abyss.
What up, Trevor?
Your survival depends on the
Raise the
choices
audio.
you
I
make.
got you.
They will be as a compass, guiding you
Saw you guys were
through
doing
the
this Namco
unknown.
thing, so thought I'd pop in.
Indeed.
What
Hell yeah.
nightmare have these luckless souls fallen into?
Yeah,
Look out.
I also need to play these games.
I Yeah, like, I don't know. I know why, because I also don't play horror games, but they just seem like actually decent games.
Find the means to save them.
Yeah, I own the first one,
Trapped beneath the earth,
the
swallowed
Man of Medan.
by the
I just
void.
haven't actually sat down and played it.
Will you find the path to salvation?
This is like The Cave. God, that was an
Or be lost
interesting
in the
movie.
darkness forever.
House of Ashes. Okay, there was a statue of Pazuzu, which is one of the demon god from the Exorcist movies. Ugh, little creepy crawly blood. What the hell? Bugs. No.
We're here at Supermassive to talk about the next game in the Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. And I'm joined by exec producer Dan. How you doing?
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Right,
Really cool.
so let's start at the very start. We're going to be talking about House
I
of
wasn't
Ashes.
expecting
For most
an
of the
interview.
But for those that don't know, tell us about the Dark
At least
Pictures
not so
anthology.
soon.
The Dark Pictures is a
Right.
series of narrative, story-driven.
a lot of their stuff
branching
already
horror
got,
stories. Each one is
like, we knew about, like,
standalone,
Elden
each tell a
Ring,
different story, completely separated from the others.
Jump
but
Force,
within
not
the
Jump
same
Force.
universe, so there is connection between them.
Karateka.
House of Ashes
Why do I
set
want to say
at the end of the
karateka?
Iraq War in 2003,
That is not
with
anything.
links,
I don't know what those words are
4,000
coming
years ago
from.
that set the story up.
So tell us more about the theme
Okay,
and
brain.
themes, I suppose, within
Stop.
House of Ashes.
It starts off with a military unit. They've got some new technology that can look for weapons of mass destruction underground.
And
I
oil.
think they've identified something in the Zagros Mountains in Iraq. And then, as part of that, they come into conflict with an Iraqi unit. There's a pitched firefight, and then the two groups are plunged underground. There's an earthquake of some sort, and it's revealed that there's a hidden temple underground. You know, these big, massive structures. But
Boy,
these
this is
different groups,
almost
they're
the
all
plot of The
separated.
Cave.
Radio contact is lost, and they're submerged in this black darkness.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
And then they're going to start.
Yeah,
hearing
I
things and
like
seeing
what I'm
things, and
seeing,
people
actually.
Start disappearing.
What the just happened?
So this time it's a very real threat.
All of the Dark Pictures games, they all pull something from real life or from history, from fact. What's the case with the myth or historical part of House of Ashes?
So we love looking at and reading myths and legends and stories and doing our research, and we know our fans love it as well because there's something that they can link into afterwards. And I love doing that when I'm playing games or watching movies myself. So this one's set 4,000 years ago, the Akkadian Empire and this terrible evil that happened. We had this self-proclaimed god king, Naram Sin, and he essentially cursed his people. He sacked this temple and brought famine and devastation to his own people. And so a lot of the history is lost, but we've done a lot of research about it, and then we had a lot of happy accidents that linked into the story we wanted to tell. And the fun thing for us is we get to do our own take on it. We get to twist it, and obviously we've made our own truth from it.
At the end of the sneak peek, the trailer, we saw monsters. Tell us a bit more about what's going on there.
The military unit that you're playing as, they don't really know what they're coming up against. They're not human. They're bigger. They're larger. They're faster. The team aren't going to know if there's one or two of them.
I'm surprised they kind of showed their monster already. I know it's probably not the main one, but still.
Maybe they could try and take one of them down. But maybe there's another one around the corner, or maybe there's a group of them, and maybe they're going to get ambushed.
Maybe they're like a cluster.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
they all pop
A
out at
nest,
once.
as it
Well, I
were.
think they have like a
It's really
collector's
fun to
edition that
work
has
on
the
and see
statue,
these things move
so that might be
around,
why.
how prolific they can be.
Okay.
They're different to us.
That
They
makes
perceive
sense.
the world in a different way. Getting little snippets of it in the darkness, and did I see that? Was it something that moved? Or is it actually just one of the other soldiers that's stuck in the catacomb?
Once you stare into the darkness, it starts
We like
staring
to try and
back at
misdirect
you.
people on things, you know, that did you see something, did you not? And that's a great thing within horror, that you think you're going to be scared right now, and we're not going to scare you now. We'll scare you in a minute when you're not
coming.
expecting.
I bet you
It's always
that's
coming.
the reason they're probably also showing it
So should we
is
expect a
it's not
huge
the main
amount of
monster.
horror
It's just one of the
in the
small guys.
Definitely. We love to do it. You know, it's fun for us to work on. As horrific as it is, and we know that our fans love it as well. So yeah, there's at least 60 unique deaths, and there's a whole ton of variation on that as well. So Merwin and some of the others, you're going to see different things happening to them depending on how you play it out. You know, getting ripped and shredded and torn, and because there's a firefight, there's going to be bullets flying as well, and all kinds of stuff. And it's not just the deaths; it's the gore that goes along with it, and you know, lots of blood.
Wicked. It sounds absolutely terrifying. I'm in.
Not gonna lie, man.
I'm interested.
Bet.
What differences have you made or changes have you made to the gameplay and mechanics for House of Ashes?
We're always evolving the Dark Pictures. We listen to a lot of the feedback from our fans and also our team, what they want to do, how they want to push things forward.
Look at
So
Baron
we tried some stuff
J67, our
in Little Hope
communications
with,
director,
you know,
in
more
the
camera control, 360 cameras at certain parts, and
to
we've really
chat.
leaned on that again. And it really
Couldn't think of the
works
word.
well. In House of Ashes, lots of the
He's at
game
the
is set
dentist getting
underground,
his
and so these
mouth
sort of
being
corridors,
fixed.
which are really tight and oppressive. You know, indeed.
Oh, poor man.
So we've had to learn because you take away the fixed cameras, and that takes away some opportunities for horror. But we've had to learn new tricks to scare people and, you know, ramp up the tension and
I mean, Resident Evil
the
did
chance for jump scares, which we know some
awesome
people
with
love.
fixed cameras,
We've
but that was
got a
also
new
20
torch
years ago.
mechanic,
So
you know, it's military themed, so these guys are going to be walking around with weapons, with torches mounted on them. We love the lighting that we do, this sort of really inky black darkness that we have, and sort of the contrast to the bright areas. And so you're going to need to lean on that torch to allow you to see where you're going, what the threat is, and that kind of stuff. We've also done things like added difficulty settings to this game. So in Little Hope, we added you know, QTE warning icons as an example, and we've got some really good positive feedback about that, but also some people want to turn that off. We want to allow you to play the game in your way. So with our accessibility settings and difficulty settings, if you want to have a more casual experience, you can change those settings. Still, most of your characters are going to end up dead, but you know, that's what
Spoilers,
happens,
yeah,
indeed.
but that's what we come here for. That's
Yeah.
okay, we can deal with it. So I've got to ask, what was it like working with Ashley?
So Ashley was fantastic. She researched Rachel. She understood her when she came on the set. It's so refreshing. She knew her inside
do
out.
most people that are
And
going to
Rachel
play
is a
this
flawed
remember who
character,
Ashley
so she
Tisdale
brought that
is?
through so fantastically. The rest of the cast were fantastic as well.
Because I barely do.
Joey.
I've never watched High School Musical.
You didn't tell me this.
She's been in a bunch of stuff since
Flip
though.
your shit.
She was in something recently, and I can't remember what it was that I watched that she was in, but she was in something.
A long time designing them, and I don't
I bet you
mind if
she's
hate
the
anyone
nicest
individual
bloody
character,
person
because
too.
You don't like everyone in real life, but maybe you'll like them when you see the journey they go on.
Maybe you'll like them once they're dead and you feel bad about it.
and you feel bad about it, definitely.
Yeah.
But also, we want
I
you
can't
to
wait
save
till
them. We want you
till
to
you get to
try
that
and save
character
them.
that it's
We know
like,
that some
ooh,
people wanna get
yeah,
revenge
I
that
wish
way,
you were
that's fine.
you were dead from the
Let's let
beginning, and
them-
now
that's
you
what we
are.
do.
Just like, oh,
But, you know, can you get everyone
roasty
out
toasty
alive
perfection.
and save as many as you can?
There's a lot of replayability there.
Indeed,
Goes on
yeah.
forever. I like
Yeah.
that. So, last question. Favorite scene?
Favourite scenes? So, Salim, our Iraqi soldier, and Jason Kolchak, one of the Marines that's there. There's a way that can play out, and a sort of contest between them, and you can make it go in a number of different ways.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's really emotional. Seeing them film it, I was lucky enough to be there, and then seeing that come through in game, I think we've got something there. I think that's gold. And then, of course, I love scaring people, so I love the jump scares. I love the moments of tension that we bring. We can't hold you in that moment, so we've got some fantastic jokes in there as well to allow you to relax for a moment before we scare you again.
Take your mind off
Yeah.
the imminent threat. I like that. Dan, thank you so much. This has been really cool to talk about, and I'm sure, you know, I'm excited and terrified in equal part, and everyone else is just excited, I'm sure.
And it's been a real pleasure to speak to you, and I can't wait to get it into people's hands.
Yeah, see, there's the figurine.
I'm interested. I don't know how I feel about it playing it though.
Yeah, I need to play the others. Like I said, I have Man of Medan. I need to just actually sit down and play it.
October 22nd. Wow. 2021.
Before we dive in the House of Ashes, see how scared you got. Of course, we want to thank Razer for being one of the E3 2021 sponsors. Of course, giving us these tired old blades nobody cares about. But this Blade 14 RTX 3080 built right in. Of course, the Razer
I'm
chair.
taking that.
Thank you so much. No, I'm taking that.
Okay, we'll fight.
Okay, well,
We've done it before.
you know what? I'll take the hand-me-down. I'll be little brother. I'll take the outdated. Nobody
What-
wants these anymore, right? Doesn't worry.
Or are they going to show a game and then like talk in between? Is that?
Yeah.
If it is,
You're
then
getting, a glimpse of it. We have some reactions from you as well.
I don't know.
According to you, they said you were a little scared, not terrified.
Not
I don't-
terrified,
I'm
I don't
thankfully,
know.
because,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
see
it
if
was
the
just a,
Bandai
you know,
YouTube is
normal-
live.
Normal trailer, which
Here
is
we go.
fine.
See, you're
And
doing
now-
it.
because that's
there's my
where
fan.
it
You're
said to watch
unsettled
the
for sure.
streams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you don't like that. You don't
Yeah,
like
don't like that. No, not a fan of that one either. Nope.
Nope.
the Twitch, probably
Yeah, I
not
think that was
either.
one of the jump scares in the trailer. I
What
was
in the world is going on?
I got the willies there at the end too.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not crazy about horror. I was actually talking to the crew at the back, and I said, it really takes a very twisted mind.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're
these
just doing it
things.
through
But it is
them.
impressive, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Is
you
my
heard there in the
guess.
interview.
Well, they put out links earlier. Dan
saying like,
I don't know if it was
I love
which
jump scares.
I'm
I
on
live for the
YouTube
jump
and
scares.
everyone's looking
60
at the
different
same
death
thing.
animations is what that was something he wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Of course, this is a choose
Yeah.
your own adventure. If you've never played a dark picture anthology, right?
Yeah,
You are
because I'm
moving
also on
characters in a
YouTube.
third person. You jump around. It's like
And
you're watching
yes,
a
I did.
movie.
Oh,
You
I
make
didn't mute
choices,
the stream.
those
I thought I
choices
did.
leads to different
Never mind.
permutations, different setups, different settings, which leads to different deaths.
We'll
or
watch
no deaths
a
if you're
bit
really,
of this,
really
but
good.
if this
But
is really
that's
all
the
it
idea,
is,
right, is that you're
and they're
playing
going to
your
come
own
back
horror
after
movie
every single
is
game, then I
developing, and it
think,
gives you the reason
as
to
much as
play
I
it.
don't want to, I also don't want to
Also
watch
pleasant
these
part
guys
for
talk
me
about something
is
that
that
we just
Ashley
watched somebody
Tisdale,
talk about.
isn't it? I didn't know that going
Right?
into
That's
it.
like
I
terrible
was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is
filler
definitely an
time. Like,
upgrade from High
hey,
School
we're
Musical.
gonna show you a
Like,
trailer.
it's definitely a
Now
quick
the developers
turnaround,
are gonna talk
very
about it,
different
and
genre.
then we got to bring
But
you back
yeah,
to Greggy.
and I think
Greg,
also because we had the
Greg,
VO
whatever his
panel
name
yesterday,
is,
which
and
was
he's
great.
gonna talk
Yeah,
about it now
and
with
it
whoever
just goes
this
to
other
show,
guy
right?
is.
Like the impact
Yeah.
that
No, I
video
mean,
games
I
are
don't mean to
having.
be disrespectful. I just don't know
Hollywood
who the other
stars
guy
coming
is.
in,
That's Golden Boy. He does a lot of
acting, their
esports
skills
stuff.
to this,
Yeah.
and
I know him
bringing these
because
characters to
he's
life
done
is
some
just
pro
gonna
wrestling
add
stuff.
even more layers
That's
to
how
this,
I know
horror.
who he
That's a
is.
huge thing if you've never played
But
before. Performance capture.
yeah, I mean,
Huge
I
deal.
mean, I like
Super
Greg Miller,
massive. They go
but
through,
like,
they use the facial animation.
it's such a weird thing for them to just be like, hey, let's show a game and then let's have these guys talk about it and hype up this game, even though we just talked about it and we're hyping up
Let's toss it over to the one,
that
the
game.
only Jackie Jane.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got another one coming? Nope.
Brothers in arms, or
Okay,
each man for
so I'm going to mute the stream, but leave it open. But let's go to some things that were announced in Bandai this week, or coming out. House of Ashes, which we just saw. We got some new news on Elden Ring. There was more news of Scarlet Nexus. Tales Arise, which is the Monster Hunter game. No. Tales Arise
What's
is
the
something
Tales
else.
game?
Yeah.
It's one of the new Tales games. Or
Dark...
the new Tales
Tales-
game.
Wait a minute, did we see Tales of Arise? Who showed that? I missed that. If that was a new trailer for that, I want to see that because that game actually really interests me.
I don't know if they announced it, but I'm on the official Bandai website looking at stuff.
There's a new trailer. I have to go watch that. I missed that.
Yeah, go on
It
to
was
their
that
stuff.
some show this week. I can't remember which one.
Digimon Survive. Like, there's most of their
But I
stuff
mean-
has already been
Maybe
announced.
Tales of Arise was during the Keighley thing, maybe?
Maybe.
Possibly. Yeah, and I was bored out of my mind on that. I think the Summer Games Fest kickoff was one big countdown to Elden Ring. Let's keep it a $1.50. That's what everyone really cared about was Elden
Yes.
Ring, right? Everyone waited and waited and waited and waited to see Elden Ring, and then those who are Souls fans,
Yeah.
Souls-like fans, which is not me. I'm the complete opposite of a Souls-like fanatic. You know, they're in love. Like they cream their pants. They're super excited. Me, I'm just like, oh, another game I won't play.
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
kind of where I'm at too.
Yeah. I like them, but I also know I'm going to wait for it to get on PC and then put a trainer on and just cheese my way through it because I suck at
Yeah, I
those
mean,
games.
the fantasy nerd in me is like, man, this looks cool. Like, I really wish I was into this game. But I know the moment that I even try to attempt to play it, I'm going to be like, nah.
Yeah.
This ain't for me.
So they're still talking.
Scroll says, yeah, Tales was in Summerfest. I need to go back and watch that trailer
Okay.
because I can't believe I missed that. That's what I get for not paying attention too much. Logic
Well-
give me that Tekken 8, baby.
It's not your fault that you did see it. A show has to be interesting to keep your attention. So it's really on the show's fault. Because we were almost silent all the way through the Xbox show because we were enthralled.
Yeah.
That's a good sign, yeah.
It wasn't us playing filler like we're doing through the Bandai Namco show.
Yeah.
Which now they're back. Now it's another group of people. We can't hear them. Of course, I got my meeting as well.
Yeah, they're still talking House of Ashes, which
Yeah.
This makes
like,
no sense.
Yeah.
It's such a weird.
Muted the stream so you guys don't have to listen to it because they're just going to rehash what the. Don't forget, we just saw the trailer. We just saw the director talk, the game director.
Yeah, I was
we
gonna say we just saw the developer talk about their game. Like, what more are you
Greg
gonna tell
Miller
us?
talk, and then we come back to them. So yeah, I'm gonna give them like we'll see what the next game is, and if they're gonna do the same thing. If they do, then I'm gonna call it honestly.
Can we take a moment to
so I'm gonna wonder how that works because I feel like they're very
not appreciate? What's the complete opposite of appreciate? Whatever word that is, that word.
Condemn.
Nintendo. Condemn Nintendo for
Bruh.
basically telling everyone no, do not live stream, do not mirror this. I wonder if anyone actually did and how
there was a
quickly
couple.
their channel got striked.
Probably the instant.
Nintendo needs to grow up.
It was real lame of them to do that like right before too.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
At least give people some leeway. Like say a couple days ahead of time at least to be like, hey, look, if you don't have permission, you're not doing this.
I don't understand what the big deal is.
They want to control it. That's Nintendo.
Yeah, it's all
last
control.
Year they let us do it.
I don't get it.
Crow says no strikes, which you're lucky because maybe they didn't hit you yet, but Nintendo finds a goddamn way.
That was only for people in Japan. Well, you know what? That makes sense in a way because when that was put out, it was put out as a Japanese tweet, and people just translated it to English. So I wonder if all of us didn't do that. Man,
but Nintendo didn't clear it up. Nintendo should have cleared it up.
They didn't.
So
Nintendo of America should have said something at that point.
When it comes to streaming,
I'm not taking chances.
For the longest time, remember, you couldn't even stream Nintendo games like on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
and stuff. You couldn't play Mario Kart on stream without getting a strike from Nintendo, right? So when it comes to Nintendo, when it comes to streaming, if anything official Nintendo says don't put this up, I'd rather not do it. I don't trust it because I don't trust as much as we love Nintendo and we have to give Nintendo our blessings or we have to bow down to them because they did save gaming at a point in time. To think they are so behind on the times. You are basically telling people, hey, do not give us free marketing.
Yeah, it's such a weird decision.
I think we
we don't want you. We don't want you talking about our game.
Right.
What?
Now we have to get to the point where Fame's right. Nintendo did a lot. They saved the gaming industry, but now we got to start looking at them as the flawed, very flawed company that they have grown into be, just like we did with Xbox before Phil Spencer came in. Like, we have to look at them and go, okay, goodwill only takes you so far.
But you know what? At the same time, it works for them. I don't
know for how much longer though, because you can obviously see. I was watching the stream, bits and pieces of it. People were not happy. You can see the unrest starting to rise, at least from our side, because we are.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We live, breathe. There's unrest, but for the casual, who is 90% of Nintendo's audience, they don't care.
The chat for this stream, they're all putting like sleep emojis, Z's, waste of time. Because I don't know what they're saying. Let me unmute and see what's being said.
I have the captions on, but the captions are. So this is the GameSpot people that are talking right now.
Shining moments of those, major press conferences.
Well, it's different editors because they have GameSpot, they have Polygon.
I didn't come
so
to
it's
hear
just a
the
bunch of
editors
different
of
editors,
these
like
companies talk.
Yeah, like
having that in person.
there's plenty of time for those panels. Like you can go subscribe to all their podcasts if you want that.
Right. And I'm not.
See, it's just a weird.
I'm gonna. She probably is something. It looks like Claptrap in the background.
Reacting and then quickly
I can tell by the colors.
Because they need to be
that's
news.
That's Claptrap.
The primary.
Yeah.
Either that or it's a Twinkie with some black Air Force Ones.
It's a bit of a reunion because
or a weird shape
sex toy. To have that one space, that one week. We all agree we're going to take that time.
Is this how we end
E3 together and be able to connect?
I think E3 is
God for Xbox
too, right? I mean, in an environment we saw.
And it's so frustrating because there's shows for the rest of the summer. There's other shows.
Alone, and there's
like why hype up E3 if this is what you're going to show us?
From a coverage perspective, we like having. I mean, you guys probably all share the same attitude. We like having as much time as possible to.
This Bandai Namco's E3 show was pretty much House of Ashes.
Back to back, but
yeah, it seems like it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna play the Elden Ring trailer, but it's gonna be small, and I'm not gonna play the audio.
You know,
Yeah, I
the
mean, they probably
intensity
didn't
and the
have anything else
spectacle
to
that comes
show.
as a result of that, I think
At
is
least it
gonna
wasn't
be
showed
even more
somewhere else.
exciting.
Then they could have tweeted this and not
So,
wasted our time.
No,
I
I
mean, at
agree
least
with
in North
you.
America, it looks
I
like
think
E3
I
will
think what it
continue to be
is
that
the ESA was like,
for the
hey,
foreseeable.
here, take the spot. We need people to take spots. Here, you take this.
Asked. They probably begged.
Yeah.
This is probably the worst. And God dog it, I myself, I'm personally responsible for hyping up E3, saying, yeah, E3 is back, let's get it. And had it not been for the Microsoft Xbox Bethesda show, I would have had the worst time of my life doing this type of media.
And think about this here, is that normally, if it was the normal E3, Microsoft wouldn't even be attached to it. Microsoft had done their own show in their own arena. So, like, it wouldn't even, it would have been separate. I think they just, rolled with the punches with it this year, but do you think they're going to be attached to it next year? I don't think so.
I don't. I think at this point, I think it's done, man. I might have to chat about putting some more sleep emojis in there with them, because this is terrible. This is how we ended E3. So basically, E3 was Sunday for 90 minutes, and that was it. Because even today's Nintendo Direct, I wasn't like super impressed. Like,
I mean, I was into it because it had a lot of niche games that I'm into, but but like, I totally understand the other perspective of if you're not into that stuff. But like for me, like I got WarioWare, I got Advance Wars, so I mean, I'm pretty much happy with that. But I can understand other people that just like don't give a shit about that.
I think Twitter is starting to realize it now. I'm starting on people on Twitter. Bandai Namco had one game to show. Bandai Namco's stream was an L. Like, you showed one game.
Yep.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
You wasted everyone's time.
And you know what? I'm somebody who had fun on the first day. I like the wholesome direct stream because we saw 75 indie games, although they did start to blend in, but there was a lot of good games in there. I enjoyed the Ubisoft show because I just like Ubisoft games, but they also didn't disappoint with like 15 minutes of this, 15. They kept the show moving. They kept it not as moving as Xbox because that show was popping, but they kept it. They didn't fall victim to what they usually do is, here, let me show you extended of this. And maybe I'm crazy, but there's never been a break in between the big conferences, has there? Like, usually it's one day after the other, not 1 day, not 2 days, and then have a break and then this.
Generally, yeah. It used to be like Sunday would be Xbox in the morning, and then Sony in the evening, and then, no, Sunday would be Xbox, and like something else like Bethesda or something. Yeah. And then Monday would be Sony at night, and then Tuesday would be the Nintendo Direct thing in the morning. Generally,
man,
there's nothing else, right? This is it. There's no more.
I'm holding out the hope that they'll finish talking soon and we'll see more of Elden.
Or no, I mean like any more like companies.
There's
no, I don't
small
think
companies, but like no big boys anymore.
Watching people leave the stream in hordes.
If anything,
yeah, look at that. We're at 6,500.
When you're there.
It was at 95. It was like
How
95.
How far do you think it should go in that direction? Like, would you just like to see them take a full-on Gamescom approach where they're
just like peace out?
We don't care. I'm sorry. As someone who sees who is in the industry I write and I podcast, you can tell people who don't normally do this sort of thing on camera, talking, stuff like that. Because I mean, the personalities are just super dry and bland right now.
Yeah, like 2,000 people just left. But yeah, okay. Bandai Namco, what do you have for us? Karat, Dragon Ball Z, Tales of Arise, House of Ash, Elden Ring. See, all of this was put up like weeks ago. Even House of Ash was announced 2 weeks ago. Actually, 3 weeks ago.
Well, they've shown it. They showed it like on a previous thing, like months ago.
But when they came into the show, when they came on to in the beginning, they said, "Oh, E3 exclusive." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." Here game.
I mean, they showed more, so I guess technically. That was
Scarlet
an E3
Nexus.
exclusive, but
We got the most news.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We got the most news from Nintendo with the Tekken and most of the games going from Bandai on Switch. We saw some what's the point of the show? I'm interested what the business move of this was. Even if they were begged, you could have shown some Ace Combat. You could have shown more Tekken.
Just like Capcom's show, it could have been an email.
Boy,
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, good news. We just hit 460 subscribers. Shout out to people who are subbing, man. You guys are awesome.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
And then they still have cogs in the machine to look forward to.
I will be honest.
Maybe.
I am deadly exhausted, but I will let you guys know, and I will let Trevor know in 30 minutes if I have enough energy. Because I was sitting today and I'm like, okay.
Hey, look, I completely understand. I mean, you've been doing a lot of these shows and stuff, so if you're not up for it this week, totally understand.
We did.
Hugger has literally done every E3 show.
We've done.
Oh, I know.
2 weeks of content. Trevor's been here for all of them.
Well, I haven't been here live for all of them, but I have gone back and watched them.
That's enough for me.
Yeah, because Sunday, I went and played D&D after the Xbox thing, but
yeah. Which we need to get some level 1 gaming D&D running soon.
Hey, whenever Trevor wants to start a level 1 game in D&D, I am there because I want to learn. I'm ready to get my nerd on.
All right, we'll figure that out. I think it'll be you, Fame, Hugger, probably Dallas and Baron.
Yeah,
I think that's a
Dallas
good.
is super interested in that.
So we'll have to figure out a day and a time, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah, I'm
with it.
I know this was a request by Flameser. Do not blame Flameser because he came into this just like we did, expecting a full-on show. Not that I don't respect the people on screen, because I've talked to some of them. They're editor-in-chiefs for some of the biggest gaming magazines.
Oh yeah,
around.
absolutely. Yeah, this is not their fault.
No.
This is all just like people are expecting to see more game announcements and everything, and this isn't what they came for. They didn't come to see a bunch of editors, postulating about Elden Ring and what Elden Ring means to the gaming industry, and whatever they're talking about right now. I mean, I legit don't know. But
yeah, I turned the audio off.
Yeah, so
he did drop his first article on level1gaming.com in the chat. Man, you guys go show Flames some love. If you want to join the Level 1 family as a writer, or even if you don't want to join the family but you want to write an article, we also do guest posts. Definitely let us know, man. Hit us up, hit myself up or Hugger. Our social medias are in the Twitter is in the description. I need to add.
I'm gonna give y'all just a little peek, and that's all you get. You gotta go read the rest of it, but it is in the description. You're only getting 2 paragraphs. That's it. But yeah, come to Lv1. I'll let you guys know in 30 minutes. I'm not apologizing. Bandai, shame on you. Not as bad as Washington Post, but shame on you.
This might have been the worst
show of all time.
The worst.
I don't know if did you try to watch that Prime Gaming thing?
Oh no.
Oh my god. It was hey, let's tell you about our game, and then we'll just talk about we'll just talk to the dev for 15 minutes. Not necessarily regarding the game. Show no gameplay footage whatsoever. So that people can't connect with it at all. It was, oh my god, it was one of the, it's this is something you should show at a GDC, not at an E3.
Oh my god.
And from what I understand, they did show basically behind closed doors, they showed a bunch of press the actual gameplay footage.
Oh,
so why did you show that to a bunch of press and not show that to actual people on a stream? It was baffling to me. So
right.
So yeah, that Prime Directive did not. It was not good.
Yeah.
It was just it was 2 hours long.
Oh my god.
Of just people talking, and they had the dude from Kingdom Come Deliverance on there, and he's talking about board games and soap, and it's what?
No, this is for an after-hours podcast after the show. You don't do this during it.
Yeah, it was. You're lucky that you didn't actually sit and watch a lot of that. I watched too much of it.
Look, you poor bastard. Oof.
Yeah.
All right, so before we head on out, because it's obvious that Namco didn't show up, I'm going to point out some things. Amazon Prime, if you have it, Amazon Games is giving away a bunch of games. They're giving away like 10 games, including Batman Telltale. Right now, for free on Humble Bundle, or maybe it might be off by now, but they are giving away Surviving Mars. There's also a bunch of games that are on sale that are at $3. Ubisoft is having a sale with 80% off and a $14 coupon. I know Steam is having a sale. I know GOG is having sales. Great time to pick up some games. Or you could also wait. Steam is going to have their summer sale soon. Whatever. But a lot of sales, a lot of games out there.
I rarely play my PC, but I'm always excited about the sales. I have so many games that I'll never play.
I was gonna say, you probably have like me that has like 600 Steam games that never get played.
Yes, and
I'm an addict.
Let me see what Epic is giving away right now, actually, because last week
it was Control.
There it is.
Yeah, it's Control and something for Genshin Impact, but then in a couple days they're doing something else.
Yeah, Hell is the Other Demons and Overcooked 2. If you want to ruin a friendship and make... Yeah. Oh, hold on. We out-talked them, so maybe they're going to show something. I want to die.
Are they about to show something?
I don't know.
Now all summer long.
What is
this? This is IGN ad for Summerfest. Okay.
Oh, they're not showing nothing. Yeah.
Summer gaming. All right. Fable. All right, guys. Sorry that Bandai didn't show up. Follow us on Twitter, and you'll know if Cogs is going to be tonight. If Cogs isn't, then tomorrow it's 2XP, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Friday, Peep Games. Saturday, Ready Press Play.
Thursday.
Oh yeah, Thursday. Take 2. Forgot about a day. Saturday, Ready Press Play. Sunday, we got no shows just yet. Monday, 15 minutes of fame. And Tuesday, Cogs. We got shows, and we just want a chance to entertain y'all. Anything y'all got to say before we dip?
Man, you guys have a good day. Stay gaming. Don't be toxic. Kiss your mama.
Yeah, I second what Fame said.
Kiss your mama and drink your water. Bye, guys.